Welcome back. Our next guests are the team behind the new crime thriller, Normal. It follows Ulysses, a substitute sheriff in a small town who responds to a bank robbery only to uncover something far more explosive.
Please welcome Ben Wheatley, Derek Kolstad, and the one and only Bob Odenkirk. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us about the film today. Bob, I think there are a few fans in the audience who we heard about. Fans of Mr. Show. Got Mr. Show. We have Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, of course, and recently The Bear. The list goes on and on. Now this new project, where you're not only the center of the film playing this sheriff, but you're also a creator and producer. So why are you so passionate about telling this story of this hero?
Well,
maybe.
You know, listen, Derek Kolstad came up with this story, and I've been allowed entree into the world of action film for some reason by accident. Something went wrong. Something terrible went wrong. There's an action star somewhere lost in Hollywood. And he's like, where's my work? And Odenkirk's doing it? Why? I like stories with a little bit of texture to them, a little bit of grip to that character, and this is certainly one of those. In fact, this film starts really almost as a mystery or a suspense film, and with comedy laced throughout the entire film, and then at some point trips over into a pure action film. So it's almost like you get 3 movies in one.
Yeah. It does feel like
3
that.
genres in one. Yeah.
It actually does, and it's a wild ride. I picked up on sort of flavors of Fargo, a little bit of like John Wick and High Noon. Like there were all these textures in there. And the film premiered, of course, last night at Midnight Madness. I want to talk about Ben. You directed the film. What was it like? There's extreme fandom. Like there are diehards when they show up at Midnight Madness. So talk about the vibe last night.
Yeah, I've played for movies at Midnight Madness before, and it's this incredible. Well, for starters, the cheering starts when they're running the adverts before the film comes on. So you're already like, oh my God, we're in a safe space, and then they'll cheer as people turn up. Yeah. Like cut to the person, hey! So it's brilliant, you know, and I think it's what it is a kind of. It's an audience that's been grown by the Toronto Film Festival over decades. So they're hardened shock troops of genre cinema, and they love it. And they have stamina. They can come back again night after night to watch these movies, and they're there to enjoy. So it's when you're showing something, it's a really great experience.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, Derek, you created a little film franchise called John Wick. I think you know a thing or like 1,000 things about bodies dropping, but when it came to writing this screenplay, how did you approach the question of sort of who survives and who doesn't?
Well, what I love about this movie is, you know, I'm a huge fan of, we've talked about Hot Fuzz and Bad Day at Block Rock and Stepford Wives, and I love the Final Destination series as just a fan. And the idea being that a bullet misses the target, but no, it hit the target. And when you think of action itself, what I love about talking to the people that I idolized as a kid, like I remember talking to Jet Li and saying that action is an extension of the hero's journey. It's always evolving, always changing. And even in this one, when you watch Ulysses, he's changing along with the times, and you realize even though he's stumbling through this, he's actually one step ahead.
Yeah.
Barely.
Yes.
Barely. You know?
Yeah, by a hair.
Yeah.
Bob, you deliver a masterclass in acting, and you go through so many different phases. You're funny, you're poignant, and then you become this action hero, like just incredible stuff that you do. And this isn't the first time. You've been doing more recently a few more action films. I'm curious, like, how would you stand up in real life?
In a real fight?
In a real fight.
Everybody wants to know this. All the guys want to know this, especially. Not good. Not good. And I'll tell you, all the stuntmen, when I talk to them about real fighting, they always say, I'll tell you, the first thing I would do is run. And these are stuntmen who are in incredible shape. And one of them said to me, I'll tell you who wins in a fight. No one. No one wins in a fight. Sure. So that's the first thought. The truth is, these action films that I've gotten to do and the training for them has gotten me in really the best shape of my life. And
you look amazing. You do.
And while it's true that I wouldn't fight, I would never want to fight, and it's great to move your body in ways that you ask yourself what would happen, or even just stupid stuff like if I fell down.
Yes.
But you should alongside with your training, your own exercise, the thoughts about, thoughts about how your body could move in real life and how you could need to use it at some point. You should practice those things.
It's very true.
Boxing is a great exercise.
Hot
workout.
tip.
Okay.
We want to give a shout out to the Wolseley neighborhood in Winnipeg, because I understand that this film, of course, shot in Manitoba, in that area. And Bob, I understand, yes, shout out to Canada. Bob, what was your favorite thing about spending time there? I feel like you have a story about a restaurant.
I like hiking, and I shot a lot of movies in Winnipeg, 3 now, and where do you hike around there? And that neighborhood was one of my hiking spots. It's so beautiful. The gardens are gorgeous and amazing. And I just am amazed at any group of people who spend so much time beautifying their neighborhood. They've done an amazing job. If you go to Winnipeg, you got to wander around the neighborhood. Sorry to send all these strangers to you.
Well, listen, guys, while we have you here, we want to take this opportunity to get some life advice. Why wouldn't we, right?
Let's do it. Is this the game?
Sometimes you get yourself in a jam and you need help from a trusted advisor. Maybe that someone is a small town sheriff.
Yeah.
Or maybe that someone is a con artist lawyer. So we're going to give you a few scenarios, and you let us know with your paddles who you better call. Saul or Ulysses?
All right.
Scenario number 1. You're taken downtown for disorderly conduct after a night of karaoke and a few too many energy drinks. Better call Saul Goodman or Ulysses?
There's no question.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's gonna
I
solve
feel like that
that.
doesn't even need to be extrapolated
No.
upon. Okay, so here's another scenario, okay? You visit an art museum and accidentally walk out with a sculpture because you thought it was part of an interactive exhibit. Better call Saul or Ulysses?
Oh boy, I'm going, sorry.
Okay, I'm going with Ulysses.
I like that.
I want to see where the night goes with this guy.
Yeah.
You never know, might be more blood.
We squeeze in,
that
we're gonna
guy.
squeeze in one more.
Yeah.
You organize a wedding for your dog and your friend's cat. Yes, they were wearing tiny tuxedos, and there was a live DJ. Animal control shows up because your neighbor reported it as pet cruelty. Better call Saul or Ulysses.
We're gonna go with Ulysses.
Nice!
Because that is a small town problem.
It's a small town problem.
And Ulysses handles a lot of those in the movie normal.
And he does it with grace in the beginning.
He does.
And then a different technique at the end. Hey, Bob.
Thank you.
Ben, Derek, thank you so much for joining us. Congratulations on this film.
Thank you.
Such a wild ride. Hey, you, come a bit closer. We've got so many more must-see interviews, spicy debates, lifestyle tips, and pop culture moments. So subscribe to our channel by tapping the logo below and don't miss out.